Baba Booey.
Welcome to an all-new Lay It Omni. Allow me to lay it on you. What's up, guys? Hope you're having a beautiful day. Today, we're going to be talking about this dude named Fitz who just got Twitter canceled on Twitter. Except this is the kind of Twitter canceled where you get canceled, but you kind of don't get canceled, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, for whatever reason, he was trending all night last night, but before I even get into that, in case you don't even know who Fitz is, he's a YouTuber and a streamer. The guy has about 5 million subscribers on YouTube where he makes content around like CSGO and Fortnite, and he is very successful. It looks like he just started uploading to his channel more recently. So yeah, anyway, last night, Fitz and a bunch of streamers formed this new Minecraft server named Epic SMP. It's a pretty big deal. For you non-Minecraft people, SMP stands for Survival Multiplayer, in case you didn't know. But yeah, the new Epic SMP server rivals that of the Dream server in terms of popularity, including people like 2Mad, Schlatt, Ethan, Jax Films, Rubber Ninja, aka Ross, and everyone you see on this list. And yeah, if you still don't know who Fitz is, you probably know him more recently, infamously, as the guy that slept with Call Me Carson's girlfriend, Katarina. But I think the twist there was that she actually had multiple boyfriends or something, and and he even asked for Carson's permission to talk to her or something like that. I don't know. Those were crazy times. So yeah, last night while Fitz was streaming on the Epic SMP server, apparently he dropped the R word, i.e. the word that means mentally challenged, i.e. what everyone on the internet appears to be calling a slur, which of course made a lot of people big baby rage mad. The trending tab said trending in the United States, and it says the word Fitz, and it says streamer Fitz used a slur on the Epic SMP Minecraft server with 24,000 tweets and counting. So guys, to me, trending for saying the R word at that level seems to be, I don't know, it seems to be kind of weird, right? I'm not denying that there isn't any controversy around saying or not saying the R word, but to get that much traction over just dropping it once on a stream, to me, it's kind of crazy in my opinion. Now that I mentioned, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say crazy at this point. Anyway, guys, in case you didn't get the memo, apparently Fitz is uncancelable and is allowed to say whatever he wants. If you search through the trending tab, there is an all-out war between basically saying Fitz can say whatever he wants and the other half that wants to crucify this dude on a stick. Here are some of the tweets. This guy tweeted, "If you got shocked that Fitz said the R slur, oh boy." And it's a screen cap of Fitz, what is this, May 26, 2020, about half a year ago, where he says, "Hi guys, I want to come out and say that I made a lot of racial, sexual, and insensitive jokes in my past. It's something I'm proud of. I still think a majority of them are funny, and I generally couldn't give less of an F if anyone finds them offensive." And then he has a link to his Fitz shop. And as you can see, a lot of people support this message. There's 152,000 likes and 18,000 retweets on there. Lucifin tweeted, "Fitz gets canceled. Also Fitz. Oh no." Anyway, basically just shrugging it off. Kak said, "This Fitz meme will always be funny to me," and it's a picture of some guy saying you're racist and Fitz blocking the punch and saying, "I know." This guy tweeted, "Me ignoring the Fitz drama and just vibing and watching Ethan aka Made Game Plays, hashtag Epic SMP." This dude tweeted, "Can you guys shut the hell up about Fitz? It hasn't even been a day yet." And the left screen cap says, "This is a heads up. If you don't like Schlatt, don't like his jokes and humor, there's a pretty good chance you won't like Epic SMP. Swagger and 2Mad and super unfiltered, and they really don't care if they hurt someone's feelings." And there's that other screen cap that I already showed you before. This person tweeted, "Know that you can try to hold Fitz accountable, but he just doesn't care." Goose Protector tweeted, "Schlatt, 2Mad, Swagger Souls, and Fitz getting ready to offend some 14-year-old white girls and be absolutely effing legends while doing it." And then finally Kay said, "Some of y'all trying to defend Fitz? What an interesting way to say that you've never felt the touch of another human being." And then later this morning, Fitz actually replied to all of the drama saying this, "A lot of people who glance at my content don't realize that I'm actually mad progressive and loving. I'm just effing around and trying to make jokes. You can stay pressed if you like, but I'm probably already on your side." Followed by, "I hope we live in a world someday where no one can say anything at all. Heart emoji, star emoji, winter emoji." And yeah, guys, the tweets go on and on. The long and short of it, though, is that some people want to be offensive and edgy, and other people, feel offended. And to be honest, guys, I feel like the situation is kind of I don't know. How do I explain it? We got one side who wants to be edgy and use offensive words, like the R word or the F word or the N word, They just want to say whatever they want. To me, though, it feels like people like this are basically at the point where they're just too big to fail, aka what people are saying in terms of Fitz, and most of these guys just basically being uncancelable, which is kind of weird to me how you can become so famous that you're immune to being canceled. I don't think that's really the case. I just think that if you have a strong, ginormous, edgy fan base that wants to mimic everything you do, then yeah, of course, then you're uncancelable. But then again, we kind of saw what happened to Leafy, so I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, at the same time, there's the idea of, how you say the words, if you're saying it in a way that's a joke, or, if you're saying it to be hateful, basically saying that the intent matters. But even XQC, one of the most popular Twitch streamers out there, had this to say about it.
Okay. I don't want to say the R word anymore because
I would say all the time. I said it word. And then I saw some dude with my jersey on that he bought it from when I plugged with the fuel today. And I was sitting down, and he asked for an autograph and a picture, and he was, you know, I think it was mentally challenged. And I felt bad that he would watch the stream all the time and get rolled by that all the time.
So yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, it is offensive, okay? There are people who are mentally challenged who have said, hey, this does hurt my feelings when you use the word like this. Kind of like back in the day when everyone was saying that things were gay, you know? You can still do it, you can still joke about it if you want, but it's like, it's not as funny anymore. And I think the R word is kind of teetering around that threshold of unacceptability. It's not quite at the mark of, you know, saying the word gay in that kind of way, but it's definitely getting there. So yeah, I'm gonna be frank with you guys. Like, I don't think the conversation of, is it okay to say the R word actually matters. I honestly don't think it matters at all, and let me explain. I think at the end of the day, the end all be all is that if people can, you know, say it and profit off being edgy from it without any consequence, they'll just keep saying it, you know? Like, if I waved my magic internet schlong and said,
saying the R word is bad and it is now forbidden.
And you guys came to my Twitter and was like,
Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna like this post, Omni. I agree. You can't say the word.
it doesn't matter because it's not going to stop people like Fitz from using it in their everyday speech. Like, he's not going to get canceled. In fact, he'll probably continue to be praised and get more followers for saying whatever he wants. I think this also boils down to the idea that people love to use freedom of speech, freedom to say whatever you want. People want to be able to say whatever they want, whenever they want, without any consequence because it is their freedom. Censorship is the devil, and if little Timmy can't say the N-word with a hard R, well then what's the point of living? Life isn't fair. It's a weird and touchy subject on the internet, but the way I see it is that people have their stances and beliefs in terms of how they choose to express themselves or not express themselves. And those stances and beliefs come with benefits and sometimes consequences. And depending on how internet culture and the world feels and whether you have enough support or stands, you can either get away or get canceled for it. It's one or the other. That's just how life and the internet goes. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying Fitz is a bad guy or a good guy. That's just the world we live in. I mean, how you guys choose to respond to the situation and the scenario is up to y'all. For me, in case you guys are wondering, I like comedy. So to me, if you can go and stand up and say the R word or say the N word or any slur but successfully make it an insanely funny joke, like, I'll be okay with it. For me, there's a difference between, you know, Dave Chappelle going up on stand up and saying the N word with a hard R and like some white dude on the street just calling me an N word with a hard R because he doesn't like me because he's just racist. Like, there's a difference. But I also understand why people are offended and why people hate it when people like Fitz throw around these slurs in public. It definitely incites the little Timmys and Tommies of the internet to, you know, mimic him and throw the word around in a much more hateful way rather than a joking way, which might have been what, you know, like what Fitz was doing. But yeah, you know how it goes. It is what it is. Anyway, that's all I have for this episode of Lay It On Me. You've just been laid. Moral of the story: apparently you can't get canceled if you don't care about getting canceled. Let me know what you guys think about the situation in the comments below, okay? I'm out. If you guys made it this far, do me a favor and leave a like. It means the world to me and lets me know that I kept your attention. And subscribe if you guys haven't already. I'm just gonna head out. I'm not gonna ramble, okay? So stay safe, stay hydrated, and have a good one.